You guys got a lot of people into the game on Saturday. Can you talk about how you thought the team performed overall, keeping the energy up throughout the entire game, even with all the guys you had in there?
Well, it's good to always get, that second and third team in there. Those kids practice hard and, want reps, and it's not often in a league game that you get a chance to put in your backups. But it was good to get those guys in. I tell you, it really makes for practice, too. It keeps it upbeat. When you get to practice, they got a few game reps on TV in a nice stadium. It helps. It'll help this week, no doubt about it.
Some of the players said you had the same intensity, whether the score was 63-14 or 9-9. But how did the guys react to that were in there? Didn't they?
Well, they have to go perform. On our side, I thought our two offense went in did really well. I was a little disappointed when our twos went in. I didn't think we matched the intensity. We did keep some of the linebackers in to get them lined up, to get our young guys lined up, to have a sense of calm. But that's just who I am as a coach. It's competitive, and you want the guys to do well. That was our message again yesterday. When you take the field, you're representing us, and you need to go perform if we're going to put you on the field.
Coach Sumlin talked about this earlier, and when he was talking about you putting together a staff, how important it was for you to be able to visit with prospective candidates when putting together a staff, and you didn't have these guys just kind of thrust upon you. How important was that in the process?
Well, I appreciate that. And that's why Coach Sumlin's where he's at. He gets it, and he kind of knew what we were looking for. I thought he did a great job because he brought some of these guys to me, and they fit in really, really well.
What's been the biggest challenge this year for you in terms of putting this defense together?
Well, just, kind of early you're talking Chinese a little bit and Japanese, and we're all trying to get on the same page first as coaches. Then you got to go present it to the players. And we're getting to the point now where I don't have to be as much involved with install as much as I was through probably the first 5 games, spring ball and camp. Because we kind of did bring this system, and I think the guys, our coaches have learned it. We can let them go with the guys now and kind of get it done that way.
You guys have been so successful, especially this last week, but overall in the season on third down. What has been the biggest reason in your mind?
I said to you guys earlier, I truly believe in all my heart that tomorrow will be a third down day for us. That's what we do. And we put a lot of time and effort in on that because that is the money down. That is the down to get off the field. These kids have been resilient. They do what we ask them to do. And if we practice it, we get it. And I'm very, very proud of them for that, buying into that deal. And we got to continue that.
Seems like Jenkins, since his suspension, he's played a lot better. Do you see that as something clicked with him or what?
I thought he was playing pretty good before the suspension. I think that the suspension, I saw him at that game, and you could see the hurt, the learning process happening. Football's very, very important to Steve, very important. And for him not to be able to play a game and be healthy and to sit there and watch his teammates where he could really have helped us, I think was really a learning lesson for him.
A couple of your defenders talked about how you keep it fun, have fun with them. How important is that in the coaching process?
Well, we work so hard. It's footmen. We're all in this together, and I think that starts at the top with Kevin. I call a player's coach. Kids got to trust you nowadays. Times are different. They just are. Even with my girls, it's different. And they got to know that you care about them. You got to have a little fun, and you got to keep it real with them. And I think players respond to that at all levels. And that gives me an opportunity when it is time to put the foot down. I can do that, and they don't take it personal. We're grading the performance, not the person. That's the key.
We hadn't talked a lot about Jonathan Mathis. What have you seen from him, seeing a guy continuing to progress in your defense?
Yeah, he is. He's giving us good quality reps. He's giving Kirby a chance to get a blow. We got him a lot of reps Saturday. Obviously missing spring ball has hurt him. And Jonathan's a guy that needs to continue to come. He's got, 5 games left, 6 games, whatever it is. He needs to continue to come.
You talked about Tyler Russell in relation to some of the other quarterbacks y'all face this year.
Wow. I think he's playing really well. Really, really well. He's operating within their system. He's not turning the football over. He's got a tremendous arm. The most impressive thing about this kid is he stands in the pocket and takes the shot. We are going to have to cover a second and a half longer than we have all year long. I think that as I watched the Alabama game, I think the same thing happened to them and their secondary. You know, at times we're able to rattle people and eyes go places and feet start to move and the ball's out. This kid has tremendous poise in the pocket. He's been the difference in the little bit I've watched from Mississippi State from afar. He's been the difference in this whole deal. And I think the running back's really good too, gang. I mean, he reminds me of an older Trey Williams. That's who he puts me in mind of. Big offensive line. And number one, their wide receiver is pretty good. I mean, he reminds me of Tavon Austin from West Virginia. I mean, he's a guy that can go the distance in a heartbeat. So they're gelling pretty well. There's a reason they've only lost one game. We got a heck of a challenge in front of us Saturday.
We asked you before the season started how much you were looking forward to some, these SEC road trips and the newness of it all for A&M altogether.
Right.
How much fun has it been?
It's been great, and for me too. I mean, I said it Saturday walking into Auburn. What a great environment that is. To have the record they have and the crowd they had, and as loud as they were, that could be a very, very intimidating place. It was a little bit, to be honest with you. Really, really neat. So excited to go on these next couple, and I think our kids are too. We got to make sure we get them to bed and get them up early and get their juice going.
Anything else? All right, cool.
Okay, gang. Thank you.